All right, so today we are diving deep into human movement and energy, and, it's fascinating stuff.
Oh, it
I mean,
is.
think about it. Like, every time we move, walk, run, even just breathe, there's this incredible symphony of systems happening inside.
Yeah, symphony is a good way to put it. Definitely not simple, that's for sure.
You sent in some super interesting material, including a personal training study guide, so I'm guessing maybe you're prepping for a big exam?
Could be.
A new career even? Or hey, maybe you're just like me, someone who's super curious about how our bodies work, how we move, how we use energy.
Absolutely. All good reasons.
So get this, we're going to unpack the nervous system, the muscular system, we'll get into the skeletal system, and of course the energy systems that fuel it all.
The powerhouses, gotta have them.
Exactly, and I have a feeling we're going to uncover some pretty surprising stuff along the way, things you might not expect.
Oh, I guarantee it.
Okay, well, let's dive in, shall we?
Let's do it.
So where do we even begin with something as complex as human movement?
Well, think of it like building a house, right? You always start with a strong foundation.
Yeah, gotta have that base.
And for us, that foundation is anatomy. Like literally everything starts with the tiniest building blocks, atoms.
Okay, atoms. I remember those from, like, high school chemistry.
Yep, those tiny things. Atoms form cells. Cells group together to make tissues. Then those tissues form organs. And finally, all these organs come together to create entire organ systems.
Wow, so it's like this intricate hierarchy of, like, building blocks.
Exactly. And get this, we have 11 organ systems working together to make our bodies function.
11. Seriously, I had no idea there were that many.
It's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it.
Okay, 11 systems, but for movement, we're focusing on the big three, nervous, muscular, and skeletal, right?
Right. Those are the key players in this
And they
demo.
all work together, right? Like, they're a team.
Oh, absolutely. Like a well-oiled machine.
But the nervous system, that's like the control center of the brain calling the shots, right?
Yeah, you could say that it's the boss, the captain of the team. It controls both the voluntary actions, like deciding to pick up a weight,
Okay, makes sense.
but also the involuntary stuff, like your heartbeat. You don't have to think about that. It just happens.
That's true. I never really think about making my heart beat, thank goodness.
Right. Imagine having to do that all the time, talk about a full-time job.
So how does this nervous system actually work? I mean, is it really like a computer sending signals all over the place?
It's a pretty good analogy, actually. Imagine a complex electrical grid.
Yeah, like power lines and stuff?
Exactly. Power lines, substations, the whole network. Your nervous system is like that. It's a massive network of specialized cells called neurons.
So neurons are like the wires.
Yeah, think of them as the transmission lines carrying messages all over your body constantly.
Wow. It's kind of mind-blowing to think about all those messages zipping around inside us.
It really is, and it all happens so fast. Think about it. You touch a hot stove.
Ouch. Yeah, don't want to do that.
Right. But what happens? Sensory neurons, they're like the scouts, they gather information from your hand and send a message to the brain.
God.
That message basically says, danger, hot, retreat,
So it's like an alarm system.
pretty much. Then the brain, that's like the main headquarters, it gets this urgent message and quickly sends instructions back through motor neurons.
And those are like, what, messengers?
Exactly, dispatch riders, and they tell your muscles, move that hand now.
So there's this whole back and forth communication happening all the time.
All the time, even when you're not aware of it.
That's incredible. But hold on, sometimes my reactions are like like when the doctor taps my knee.
Ah, the knee-jerk reflex, a classic.
Yeah, my leg kicks out before I can even think about it, what's going on there.
That's a reflex, a super fast reaction, and the cool thing is the message actually bypasses the brain entirely in those cases.
Whoa, seriously?
Totally. Your spinal cord, it's like a mini brain, handles that reaction directly.
So the spinal cord is like a first responder.
Exactly. It's a built-in safety mechanism for those super quick responses where you don't have time to think.
That's amazing. It's like our bodies have these shortcuts for survival built right in.
It's pretty incredible, right? So we've talked about the nervous system, the control center, but let's move on to muscles now.
Muscles, yes. I mean, we know they're important for movement, but are all muscles the same? Like, is there just one kind of muscle?
Nope, not at all. There are actually three main types of muscle in our bodies, each with its own special job.
Oh, interesting. Like what?
Well, first, you've got cardiac muscle, the workhorse that keeps your heart pumping 24/7.
Yeah. Gotta love that one. Keeps us going.
Then there's smooth muscle. It's found in your organs and controls all those involuntary movements like digestion. You don't have to think about that either.
Thank goodness for that.
Right. And finally, we have skeletal muscle. That's the type you build through exercise, the one responsible for all those visible movements.
Okay, so that's the muscle we see, like biceps and quads and all that.
Exactly. The
Yep.
ones that make us look toned and strong.
So skeletal muscle, that's the one I want to hear more about. Like,
Yeah.
how do they actually contract and move our bones? It feels almost magical.
Well, picture this. Inside your muscles are these super tiny protein filaments.
Filaments.
They're called actin and myosin, and they're arranged in this really specific pattern.
Okay, I'm picturing it.
And when you decide to move, a signal from your brain, carried by a chemical messenger called acetylcholine, reaches the muscle.
Acetylcholine, that's a mouthful.
It is, but it's the key. This signal sets off this microscopic chain reaction, causing the actin and myosin filaments to slide past each other, and that's what shortens the muscle fiber, making it contract.
So it's like a microscopic tug of war happening inside our muscles.
Exactly. It's pretty amazing when you think about it.
It is. So that's how muscles contract. But is every muscle contraction the same? Like, can we control how much a muscle contracts?
That's a great question. And here's a surprising fact. Muscle contraction works on an all or none principle.
What does that mean?
It means a muscle fiber either contracts fully with all its might, or it doesn't contract at all. There's no in between.
Wow, so it's not like a dimmer switch where you can adjust the intensity. It's either on or off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Full power or nothing. It's like slipping a light switch.
That's fascinating. I never knew that. So muscles are amazing, but they need something to attach to, right?
Yeah.
That's where bones come in, the skeletal system, the framework of our bodies.
Exactly. Just like a house needs a solid structure, our bodies need a framework to support us and allow us to move.
Okay, so bones are like the beams and supports of our bodies.
You got it. And just like a house has different types of beams, our skeletons have different types of bones, each with its own shape and function.
Huh. I never really thought about bones having specific functions beyond just, holding us up.
Oh, they're much more than just structural supports. For example, your skull, it's made of flat bones that fit together like puzzle pieces.
It's like a protective helmet.
Exactly. It's a super strong helmet for your brain.
Makes sense. Got to protect the control center. What about other types of bones?
Well, your ribs, those are also flat bones, and they form a cage around your heart and lungs.
Like a shield protecting those vital organs.
Exactly. And then you have long bones in your arms and legs. Those act like levers to help you move.
Levers, like in physics.
Yep, same concept. And your femur, the long bone in your thigh, that's actually the longest and strongest bone in your whole body.
Wow, so it's not just one size fits all when it comes to bones.
Nope, they're all specialized for their specific roles.
That's amazing. But bones seem pretty solid to me, what's going on inside them.
Even though they seem solid, bones are actually living tissue, constantly being remodeled and renewed.
Really?
Yeah.
Like there's stuff happening inside them all the time.
Absolutely. Inside you have bone marrow. It's like a busy factory producing blood cells.
Wow, so bones are like blood cell factories too.
Totally. Then you have compact bone. That's the dense outer layer that gives bones their strength and that solid feel.
Okay, that makes sense.
And finally, there's cancellous bone. It's a lighter, spongier inner layer that helps with shock absorption.
So it's like having built-in cushioning.
You got it. It's like nature's shock absorbers protecting our bones from all those impacts.
This is incredible. So much more to bones than meets the eye.
Right. It's like a whole hidden world of activity happening inside.
So we've got this amazing framework, but how do bones actually move? It seems like they just grind against each other.
Well, that's where joints come in, the connectors that allow our bones to move relative to each other.
Okay, joints. That makes sense.
And just like you'd need different types of hinges and connectors to build a robot, our bodies have different types of joints, each designed for specific types of motion.
Oh, interesting. Like what?
For example, some joints, like those in your skull, are fixed. They don't move at all. They're like super strong glue holding those bones tightly together.
So those are for protection, right?
Exactly. Then you have joints like those in your spine. They allow for a bit of movement, bending, and twisting.
Okay, so some movement, but not a ton.
Right, but then there are the real stars of the show, the synovial joints, like your knees and
Those are
elbows.
the ones that allow for a lot of movement, right?
Exactly. They're like well-oiled hinges, allowing for smooth, fluid movements.
So there's more to these joints than just bones connecting.
Oh yeah, there's a whole lot going on in there. Synovial joints have this special cavity filled with synovial fluid. It's like a lubricant, reducing friction between the bones so they can glide smoothly over each other.
So it's like having tiny shock absorbers and lubricants built right into our joints.
Exactly. It's a brilliant design. And these synovial joints come in different types, each designed for specific motions.
Like different tools for different jobs.
Yep. For instance, your hip, that's a ball and socket joint, it allows for a wide range of motion. You can swing your leg in a circle.
Yeah, that's a good one for dancing.
Absolutely. But your knee, that's a hinge joint, it's mainly for bending and straightening.
Like a door hinge.
Exactly. It's all about the right joint for the right movement,
It's amazing how our bodies have the perfect joint for every motion we need to make.
isn't it? And it's not just the bones and joints. There are these important structures that hold everything together.
Oh yeah, like what?
Well, first, there are tendons. They're strong and fibrous, and they anchor your muscles to your bones like really strong ropes.
So tendons are what transmit the force from our muscles to our bones.
Exactly. They're the force transmitters, the link between those two systems.
Okay, that makes sense. But what about keeping the joints stable?
That's where ligaments come in. Ligaments connect bone to bone, acting like strong, flexible straps to stabilize the joint and prevent excessive movement.
So tendons connect muscle to bone and ligaments connect bone to bone. Got it.
You got it. It's a perfect partnership. But hold on, there's one more amazing thing about movement we haven't talked about yet.
What's that?
It's called proprioception. It's basically your body's awareness of where it is in space.
Wait, what? Like, how do we know where our limbs are without looking at them?
That's proprioception at work. You have special sensory receptors in your muscles and tendons that are constantly sending information to your brain about the length and tension of your muscles.
Wow, so it's like an internal GPS for our bodies.
Exactly. It's what allows us to move gracefully and coordinate our movements without having to constantly check where our limbs are.
That's incredible. So we've covered the nervous system, the muscles, the bones, and how they all work together to create movement.
We've laid the groundwork, the anatomy of movement.
But there's still this big question, where does the energy come from to power all this action?
That's where we dive into the world of biomechanics and energy systems. That's next.
All right, biomechanics. That sounds intense. I'm ready for it. Let's take a quick break and then we'll jump right in.
Sounds good.
Okay, so before the break, we were talking about biomechanics, basically like the physics of how our bodies move. I'm ready to get physical.
Awesome, me too. So let's break it down, starting with, what is force? Really, it's just any interaction that changes an object's motion.
Okay, so like pushing or pulling something to make it move, that's force.
Exactly. Like when you lift weights, you're using force to, overcome gravity.
Makes sense. So then what about range of motion? That's just about being flexible, right? Like how far you can stretch.
It's related to flexibility, but it's actually how far a joint can move. It's called ROM for short.
ROM, okay, I've heard that before.
Yeah, and it's about finding that balance between, mobility, being able to move freely, and also stability, being able to control that movement.
So like a gymnast needs both, right?
Perfect example. They need amazing mobility for those splits and flips, but also crazy stability to land perfectly.
That's so true. It's not just about being bendy, it's about control too.
Exactly. Control is key.
Okay, then there's balance. Seems simple enough, but I bet there's more to it.
Oh, there always is. Balance is really about, maintaining a stable position, whether you're still or moving, and it all comes down to keeping your center of gravity over your base of support.
Center of gravity, like where your weight is centered.
Exactly. Think of a tightrope walker. Their center of gravity has to stay right above that rope, which is their base of support.
Oh, I see. So the wider your base of support, the more stable you are, like standing with your feet apart.
You got it. That's why it's harder to balance on one leg.
Makes total sense.
Yeah.
But what about when we're actually moving? What other biomechanical things are happening?
Well, there's momentum, which is, how much motion an object has, like a bowling ball rolling down the lane. It has more momentum than a tennis ball at the same speed because it's heavier.
So momentum is like mass in motion.
Exactly. And then there's torque, which is like a rotational force. Think about using a wrench to turn a bolt.
Oh, yeah, you're twisting it.
Exactly. And in our bodies, torque is how we generate rotational movements, like swinging a baseball bat or turning a doorknob.
So torque is all about those twisting and turning movements.
You got it. And these physics principles, they apply even at the tiny level of our muscles.
Really? How so?
Well, remember we talked about how muscles contract, but they rarely work alone. They often work in teams, we call them force couples, to create smooth and efficient movement.
Force couples, huh?
Huh.
So muscles have their own little partnerships.
You could say that. Take the squat, for example, your quads, your glutes, your hamstrings. They're all working together in this coordinated effort.
Oh, I see. To control the movement and power you back up.
Exactly. Each muscle has its role to play, and they got to work together.
It's like a team effort, even within our own bodies.
For sure. But, muscles often have opposite roles too. Like one bends the joint and the other straightens it.
Yeah, so how do they not, fight each other?
Good question. It's all thanks to something called Sherrington's law of reciprocal innervation.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
It is. But basically it means when one muscle contracts, its opposing muscle, called the antagonist, is inhibited so they don't work against each other.
So it's like a built-in system to prevent muscle mayhem.
Exactly. It keeps things running smoothly. Okay, so we've covered the biomechanics of movement. Now let's talk about the fuel, the energy that powers all this action.
Yeah, where does that come from?
Well, our bodies are amazing machines, right? But even machines need energy to run.
True, we've got to have fuel.
And for us, the energy currency of our cells is a molecule called APP, stands for adenosine triphosphate.
OKP.
It's the stuff that powers muscle contractions, nerve impulses, pretty much every process in our bodies.
So ATP is like our body's gasoline.
Perfect analogy. It's what keeps our engines running.
But where does this ATP come from? Do we just eat it?
Not directly, but the food we eat provides the building blocks.
Okay, so our bodies break down the food and make ATP.
Exactly. It's a complex process, but basically we convert those nutrients from food into ATP that our cells can use.
Like a power plant converting fuel into electricity.
Exactly. We have our own internal power plant.
That's so cool. But are there different types of power plants? For different energy needs?
You're on fire with these analogies. And yes, we actually have three main energy systems that we tap into, depending on what we're doing.
Oh, like different gears for different speeds.
Kind of. Like imagine you're sprinting, you need immediate energy, right?
Yeah, I gotta go fast.
That's when the ATP-CP system kicks in. It relies on stored ATP and another molecule called creatine phosphate. It's like a supercharged battery, but it only lasts about 10 seconds.
Okay, so that's for short bursts of intense activity.
Exactly. But what about running a mile? That's longer.
Yeah, you can't just sprint a whole mile.
Right. So for those longer bursts, your body switches to the glycolytic system. It uses glucose, which comes from carbs, for fuel, but it doesn't need oxygen.
Anaerobic, I remember that term.
There you go. But it does produce lactic acid, which can cause that burning feeling in your muscles.
Oh, yeah, that I'm working hard burn.
Exactly. And then for activities that require sustained energy, like long-distance running or cycling, we have the oxidative system.
The endurance system.
Exactly. This one uses oxygen to break down both carbs and fats for fuel. It's the most efficient, like a well-oiled engine that can run for hours.
So different energy systems for different needs? That's fascinating.
It is. And the cool thing is, these systems often work together, seamlessly shifting back and forth depending on what you're doing.
So it's like a coordinated dance of energy systems.
Exactly. And that brings us to, the practical side of things. Like, how does all this relate to weight management?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Is it really all about calories in, calories out?
It's a simplified view, but it does capture the basic idea of energy balance.
Energy balance, okay.
Basically, if you eat more calories than your body burns, you store that extra energy as fat and you gain weight.
Makes sense. It's like energy in versus energy out.
Exactly. And if you burn more than you eat, you lose weight because your body has to tap into those fat stores.
So it's all about finding that balance.
Exactly. But of course, it's more complex than just counting calories. There's more to it than that.
Like what?
Well, your body is constantly burning calories, even at rest. We call that your resting metabolic rate, or RMR.
So we're burning calories even when we're just chilling.
You got it. Your body needs energy to keep everything functioning, like breathing, circulating blood, even thinking.
Wow. Our bodies are working hard even when we're not. What affects that resting metabolic rate?
Well, body composition plays a big role. The more muscle you have, the higher your RMR, because muscle burns more calories at rest than fat.
Oh, so that's why building muscle is so important for weight management.
Exactly. And age matters too. As we get older, our RMR tends to decline.
That makes sense. Our bodies slow down a bit.
And genetics play a role. Everyone's metabolism is slightly different.
So make factor.
And there's more. We also have what's called the thermic effect of food, or TEF.
Okay, what's that?
It's the energy your body uses to digest, absorb, and process the food you eat.
So even eating burns calories.
Exactly. It takes energy to break down those nutrients.
That's cool. So it's not just about what we eat, but how our bodies handle it.
Right. And then, of course, there's physical activity, both planned exercise and just general movement throughout the day.
So hitting a gym, but also just being more active in general.
Exactly. And that's where you have the most control over your energy output.
So it all adds up, all those little movements.
It really does. It's all part of the energy equation.
This is making me think about my own workouts and how I move throughout the day. It's all connected.
It is. It's all about understanding how your body uses energy.
This is so fascinating. I'm really starting to see the big picture here.
That's great. And, it all ties back to what we were talking about before with those different body types. Remember, ectomorphs, endomorphs, mesomorphs.
Oh, yeah, do they really make a difference?
So it's important to remember they're just general classifications. Everyone is unique.
Right. It's not like we all fit neatly into these categories.
Exactly. But broadly speaking, ectomorphs tend to be leaner, with lower body fat and muscle mass. They might find it harder to gain weight.
Okay, so they're the skinny types.
You could say that. And then you have endomorphs. They often have a thicker build and gain weight more easily.
So they might struggle with weight loss more.
It can be more challenging for them, yeah. And mesomorphs, they're kind of in between, more athletic, build muscle more easily.
Like the naturally athletic types.
Yeah, you could say that. But again, these are just starting points. Everyone is different.
So how can knowing your body type help?
It can help you tailor your approach to training and nutrition.
Okay, like personalized fitness.
Exactly. Like an ectomorph might benefit from a higher calorie intake, focusing on carbs and protein to fuel muscle growth.
Makes sense. They need more fuel to build that muscle.
Exactly. And an endomorph might focus on a slightly lower calorie intake and a higher proportion of protein to preserve muscle while losing fat.
So it's about working with your body type, not against it.
Exactly. It's about finding what works best for you.
This is such valuable information. So we've talked about anatomy, biomechanics, energy systems. It's all connected. But how does our body actually change in response to exercise?
Oh, that's a great question. Whether you're into high-intensity training or more endurance-focused workouts, your body adapts in amazing ways.
Like what kind of adaptations happen?
Well, with anaerobic training, like strength training or sprinting, you see increases in muscle strength, power, and size, and your short-term energy systems become more efficient.
So you get stronger and more powerful.
Exactly. And with aerobic training, like long-distance running, you improve your cardiovascular health, increase your aerobic capacity, and enhance fat burning.
So different types of exercise produce different results. Makes sense.
It does, but there's also a really important universal adaptation, regardless of the exercise type.
Like what?
It's an increase in mitochondrial density.
Mitochondria. Those are the
Powerhouses of our cells. They're responsible for producing ATP, the energy currency we talked about.
Oh, right. So the more mitochondria, the more energy we can produce.
Exactly. Exercise literally upgrades our cellular power plants.
That's so cool. So exercise makes us more efficient at making energy.
Exactly. And then there are the neural adaptations, especially when you're first starting out. Your brain and nervous system learn to recruit muscle fibers more efficiently.
So our brains are getting a workout too.
Totally. It's all connected.
This is mind-blowing. It's like our bodies are constantly adapting and improving in response to how we move and challenge them.
Absolutely. And the amazing thing is, no matter your age or fitness level, your body has this incredible capacity to adapt and improve.
That's so inspiring. So whether we're lifting weights, going for a run, or just moving more throughout the day, we're sending a message to our bodies to become stronger, more efficient, and more resilient.
Exactly. And those adaptations, big and small, they all add up over time, leading to incredible improvements in your health, fitness, and overall well-being.
This has been an incredible deep dive. I feel like I have a whole new understanding of how my body works.
Me too. It's amazing how much we're learning about the human body all the time.
It really is.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear your final thoughts and insights.
Well, I'm excited to share them.
We're back and ready to wrap up our deep dive into human movement and energy. It's been a wild ride through our anatomy, biomechanics, and even down to our cells.
It really has. I always find it fascinating how much is going on inside us without us even realizing it.
It's mind-blowing, right?
Yeah.
So before we sign off, what are some key takeaways you want to leave our listener with? Like, what's the big picture here?
I think, the biggest thing is just how complex, but also how adaptable our bodies are.
That's a good one. We really can shape our own health and fitness.
Exactly. It's all about understanding how these systems work and then working with them, like from the electrical signals in our nervous system to the tiny protein filaments in our muscles. It's all connected.
It's like this incredible symphony happening inside us. Are there any, like, specific details or aha moments that really stood out to you?
Oh, definitely. The all or none principle of muscle contraction always gets me to think that a muscle fiber either contracts fully or not at all. There's no in between.
Yeah, if it's full power or nothing.
Right, like flipping a light switch, it's either on or off. And then Wolff's Law, the idea that our bones actually remodel themselves based on how we use them.
Oh, yeah, that one blew my mind too. So weightlifting really does make bones stronger.
Absolutely. It's like a reminder that we can literally shape our skeletons through exercise.
I'm never skipping a workout again.
Yeah.
So before we go, you always have this amazing ability to leave our listeners with a thought-provoking question. What's on your mind today?
Well, we've covered a lot of the general principles, but what I always find most interesting is, how we can use this knowledge to personalize our approach to fitness.
Right, because we're all different.
Exactly. We all have unique body types, genetics, and goals. So I'd encourage our listener to really think about how their individual body type might influence their training and nutrition choices.
That's a great point. It's not one size fits all when it comes to fitness.
Definitely not. Like, do they lean more towards an ectomorph, endomorph, or mesomorph body type? And how might that knowledge shape their approach to exercise and diet?
It makes me wonder if, like, further exploration of biomechanics could help even more with that personalization.
Oh, for sure. The more we understand about how our bodies move, the better we can optimize our training and prevent injuries. There's always more to learn.
This deep dive has been incredible. I feel like I have a whole new understanding of my body and what it can do.
That's fantastic. And honestly, that's the beauty of knowledge. It empowers us to make informed choices and take ownership of our health and fitness journeys.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So, to our listener, thanks for joining us on this adventure into the fascinating world of human movement and energy. We hope you learned something new and feel empowered to keep moving, keep learning, and keep exploring all the amazing things your body can do. Until next time on The Deep Dive.